Hello everybody, this is Ligustrum sinense of the Oleaceae family. This is Chinese privet, sinense meaning of or from China. So immediately off the bat we know that it's a non-native plant here in North Carolina. To identify it, the leaves are opposite and simple, so there's only one blade structure per node. They're very small in size and they tend to be a little bit rounded. They're elliptical, sometimes oval in shape. They may have a rounded tip, but they can sometimes have an acute tip as well. The leaves themselves are very dark green, they're kind of shiny, and they feel a little bit leathery. They're typically glabrous, although in the underside midrib you may feel some pubescence. The twig is typically pubescent as well, and like the bark, it's usually a pale gray or pale brown color, excuse me. This one, it's kind of that pale ground, almost into orange color, but not quite as prominent as your white mulberry that we learned last week. So you'll notice that it kind of sends out these long shoots per branch, and that's kind of how it, that's a product of its form. So it will smother out competition by growing very long shoots and coming down again before growing out again. And it's that kind of fountain shape that really helps it outcompete native flora. And that's why it's such a bad invasive in wetlands. So right behind me here is a creek. So this is going to be thriving pretty much right where you'd expect it to here in the United States. The fruit, which you don't have to identify by, is a drupe that matures in the fall. So we're getting right around that season here. So again, the specific epithet sinense means of or from China. Oleaceae is the olive family. As I described, it's a pretty noxious invasive based on its growth form, and that shading out of understory competition really lets it thrive in the areas that it's introduced to. So that's not to say that it's useless for wildlife, especially in a lowland area like this. Many things will eat the fruit of it, and many things will use that form, that structure that it provides, as good escape cover or nesting area. But again, this is a pretty noxious invasive here in the United States, or excuse me, the eastern United States. So this is Ligustrum sinense, sinense meaning of or from China, of the Oleaceae. This is Chinese privet.